These are top stories that trended this week. The Lagos state government has ordered the indefinite closure of DOWEN College Lekki following investigation into the death of its student Sylvester Oromoni. According to reports, Oromoni was bullied and beaten by fellow students, leading to his death. Canada detected the new Omicron strain of COVID in 2 people who had been to Nigeria. Both patients were put in isolation while their possible contacts were being traced. Barbados officially removed Queen Elizabeth II as its head of state and became the world's newest republic. In an overnight ceremony, Dame Sandra Mason was sworn in as president. To help boost productivity and improve work-life balance, the Kaduna state government began the transition to a 4-day working week from December 1, 2021. The move will permit public servants to work from home for 1 day per week. Virgil Abloh, Louis Vuitton's artistic director and founder of the Off-White fashion label, died from cancer at 41. Virgil made history as the first African-American to lead Louis Vuitton. Sweden's first female Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson, who was forced to resign within hours of taking the post last week, was reappointed to the role. American singer and businesswoman RIHANNA Fenty was conferred as the 11th national hero of Barbados as the Caribbean country became a republic. South Africa's president condemned travel bans against his country and its neighbors over the new coronavirus strain OMICRON. CYRIL RAMAPHOSA said he was deeply disappointed by the action, which he described as unjustified, and called for the bans to be urgently lifted. Ex-Paralympic athlete Oscar Pistorius was moved to a different prison ahead of meeting with the parents of his girlfriend, who he was convicted of murdering in 2013. The meeting is part of a process that could lead to his eventual release on parole. British socialite GHISLAINE Maxwell appeared in a New York court to face sex trafficking charges. She is to challenge claims she groomed underage girls for convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein for sexual abuse. Maxwell had been in U.S. jail since her arrest last year. The Lagos state government said soldiers intervened during the NSAS protest in October 2020 to assist civil authorities restore law and order in the state. In its white paper on the report, the government denied that 9 persons were killed at the Lekki toll gate. Saudi Arabia confirmed cases of the new coronavirus variant Omicron. The announcement was the first to be reported in the Arab world. The Omicron was also reported in South Korea. Meanwhile, the WHO warned that travel bans could not stop the spread of the new variant. Civil servants in Abuja rushed to get their COVID-19 vaccine jab after being barred from entering government buildings. Employees who had no proof of vaccination and negative PCR tests were denied access into government offices in line with the federal government's December 1 deadline. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control announced that Nigeria recorded 3 cases of the Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus. A 15-year-old pupil killed 3 fellow students and injured 8 others, including a teacher, in a high school shooting in the U.S. state of Michigan using his father's handgun. Zimbabwe reimposed a lockdown and mandatory quarantines for all travelers amid rising COVID cases and to prevent the spread of the Omicron variant. The EFCC arrested 60 suspected internet fraudsters at an award ceremony in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Operatives said the event was organized to reward high-level internet fraudsters. The Kaduna State Universal Basic Education Board dismissed 233 public school teachers who presented fake certificates to get jobs. The affected teachers will also be prosecuted. Ethiopia's Education Ministry announced the temporary closure of all secondary schools to allow students help in harvesting crops for Ethiopians on the war front. In a new strict rule imposed by President Joe Biden, international travelers to the U.S., including Americans, must take a COVID-19 test no more than 1 day before travel, regardless of their vaccination status. And these are 20 top stories that trended this week. For more, follow the details currently displayed on your screen.